Hey guys, Loco here. Clutch was able to 3-0 Royal Youth Gaming, and NA finally didn't get embarrassed at Worlds. I thought we might lose to a play-in team, but it didn't happen. A lot of people thought it was going to be a close matchup, and many analysts identified the jungle as a key factor in who was going to win. So instead of me telling you, let's hear from the official Riot people on why the jungle matchup was so important.
Now, talking about somebody who has a big impact, both positively and negatively, is Lyra. This is a guy who got a little bit exposed on day one of play-ins groups, definitely improved over the next day, and then especially in that tiebreaker game versus RYL. But Lyra could be one of the players that we need to be afraid of, especially when he's staring down the barrel of closer.
I think you actually need to go a bit more aggressive with your language and say, if you are going to attack Clutch anywhere, it is in the jungle position. Lyra had a very hit and miss early start of the tournament, but like Armut, he did pick it up on the back half of it.
Yeah, he certainly did. I think that Lyra is in a strange position where throughout the NALCS we saw him take a lot of the tank junglers, like Niskana. We were kind of talking in the pre-show about how this patch doesn't seem to suit that all that much. His Lee Sin did look good, but I think it requires a lot more early game coordination to play around him if that is the kind of pick they want to go to shut down Closer.
And I think it's kind of about different responsibilities between these two junglers. Like Spawn is alluding to, Closer is there to repeatedly gank the lanes, to play that aggressive-oriented dueling jungler. Lee Sin has been his pocket pick that he's gone to on this international stage, whereas Lyra is much more the control, skirmish-oriented jungler. He's there that when they rock up to the 10-minute Rift Herald, that he has the team fight tools, like the Skarner and Pale, like the Kiana, like even maybe a Gragas. Those are the picks I expect him to reach for.
Yeah. All right. Enough of the Riot people. Let me break it down for you guys. In game 1, they recognized Lee and Elise as Closer's comfort champion, and they were able to deny him both by banning Lee and first picking Elise. So the Olaf into Elise matchup, it's not the freest matchup in the world, but Clutch played around it extremely well by controlling River with the priority they have from Rumble and Lucian. Rumble and Lucian are very strong early game champions and able to push out, and they came out ahead in the first skirmish. And I mean, rest of the game really didn't matter that much, but this is how they dealt with like the early portion of the game. Now, let's move on to game 2. Once again, Clutch pinches Closer jungle pool by banning Lee and Olaf, and RYL replies with Renekton and Elise. So Renekton and Elise is an extremely strong duo, but they kind of have to get going, and you kind of have to be able to gank. Without that, Renekton and Elise isn't strong together. By having J4 start bot side with a leash, Nico and Rumble do their best to push the moment the laning phase start. By doing this, they can have priority to move first on the planned red invade. Even though it's her jungle, and J4 isn't that much stronger than Elise at level 2, Elise is forced to back off due to the map state and the impending doom that comes if she decides to fight for her red. You can see how the Nico is so much closer than the Irelia, and if the fight starts, it's going to turn into a 1v2 extremely quickly. RYL's in a pretty sticky situation after the invade. Due to not being able to get anything done with a duo like Renekton and Elise, who falls off later on in the game, and they just weren't able to build the lead. They actually fell behind a lot. Elise had her second red stolen, and they also got destroyed in the following skirmish. You can see how important it is for teams to plan around what kind of strengths they have going on. And you can see how bad it gets when you don't plan around it properly.
Condensed coming in, they're going to go all in for the Nico. Stun locked up. Pop Blossom comes down with first blood already to RYL. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the fight continues. Ignite going down. Cody's up, flashes forward. Huni gets closer up towards the top side of Seal. Is going to get chased out here by Lyra. Armut flashed away. Huni flashing forward. Armut looking to get that final auto win, but Huni keeps him at arm's length, keeps him at bay, and Huni runs away. The knockup comes in from Lyra, and it's a double for Clutch. 4 kills.
In the final game, Clutch once again destroyed Closer's ability to impact the game from pretty much start of the game. They knew that J4 would go for a level 2 gank on either the Syndra or the Ezreal, and they warded both entrants early. And to make sure there's no funny business, they even warded a Baron entrance to spot J4 hopping over the wall for a sneaky
So
gank.
will start his red by himself. It means neither jungler will be spotted out early on.
Yeah, and you saw for just a second Ezreal, Huni, rotating down the river and saw that the Jarvan was actually starting in lane, pulling that one. That is a very nice ward, going to stop out any form of level 2 shenanigans here. Huni does have a point in the queue, so no E to get himself to safety. He knows exactly where Closer is on this top side of the map.
If the gank failed, it didn't leave Closer with pretty much any other options in the early game, and he just had to kind of farm it out. For RYL, the game was pretty much officially over once Clutch's bottom duo started solo
On
killing.
stage, and you're like, oh man.
Oh, see. Oh, flash in, hitting Vulcan in the bottom lane. Looking for the lantern onto Cody's Tournament to get the knockup. Pilot ticking down. Should be an easy enough kill here, but Clutch burst blood to Vulcan. And now they're looking for the chase on Tournament. Another play. The hook doesn't land, though. And Tournament still has the mana barrier. Cody's unable to dodge away.
And perfectly played there from Clutch. They get the 2v2. Pilot loses his heal, doesn't blow his flash, and at the end of the day, Cody gets lanterned forward, so didn't even have to.
And there you have it. That's how Clutch was able to make their best of 5 for play-ins incredibly one-sided with really good prep and respectful gameplay. They definitely gave respect to Royal Youth Gaming, and they just didn't treat them like a joke, like, oh man, we are a major region team, you guys are a play-in team. They didn't do any of that, and they gave them the respect they deserve, and they were able to crush. I still think it's going to be incredibly hard for them versus SKT, RNG, Fnatic, and also these teams won't give Huni Rumble, but maybe, just maybe, they do something. Maybe they take few games off, who knows. I don't have that much faith, but we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. I love doing Worlds content. I love doing more analytical content like this, but you guys have to watch, you guys have to like, subscribe, and comment, so I do more of this thing, yeah? I'll hit you guys up with more Worlds content, and remember, I'm not crazy, I'm just loco. Later.